Good morning and welcome to Wake and Bake with Eric and Miss Allison. This is Miss Allison here, and I'm heck of an excited. I can't even talk. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm tongue-tied. I am sitting here with Rebecca and Sarah from Rivertown Theater Productions, and they are going to be vendors at our Halloween party, our community party in the park in Locust Street Park on the 30th from 3 to 7 p.m. And we're going to talk to them a little bit about what they're going to be doing at the party. So welcome, guys. It's good to see you. Good morning. Tell us a little bit about what you guys will be doing at the park.
Well, we are as equally excited about this upcoming Halloween party, so thank you so much for including us, involving us, and having us here on the show. So we're going to have some kids' activities. We have a dime toss game that we like to invite all the kids to come and play. This is going to be free. We typically, trade your dimes for or dollars for dimes and come play the dime toss, but this time it is free. We're going to give all these kids 10 free dimes they can toss away, and they get to win some fashionable beaded necklaces.
Oh, very nice, very nice.
We will also be having all kinds of information, not only for our business, Rivertown Theater Productions, but other local organizations like the historical Samuel Miller Mansion, which is home to art printing, as well as Ghost Tour on Locust.
Very nice, very nice. So, are you guys going to be in full costume? Are you going to be putting on the theater, like the kind of feel, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to encourage all of our vendors to dress up and get into it, and everybody is going to have a bowl of candy to hand out to the trick-or-treaters. So do you guys, you are our theater people, so I imagine your costumes are probably going to be quite nice. What are you thinking?
So Travis, who's our tech director, and myself are going to be at the event, and we're already working on costumes. I'm finding it very difficult to find a gigantic hoop skirt, which would work for the Victorian era.
Oh, hoop skirt.
So I'm looking for one. I haven't found one just yet, but I just actually got this really nice Victorian blouse. It was $22 on Amazon. It was amazing. I'm in love with it. And I'm a big woman, and it came in plus size, and it fit well, and it's from Amazon. So it's just like, how does that happen?
Listen, I would tell you this. When it comes to like old costumes and things, I am not a big woman. And there is no corset in the world that'll make these look like that's all I'm saying. Like, you are blessed. You don't understand.
Oh, I know I'm blessed. I'm happy.
These are like, whoa, you lucky gal.
So I got half of my costume. I'm hoping to get the rest of my costume next week. And then Travis, who's our tech director, he actually is going as the historic plague doctor.
Oh.
So he just actually went to his parents the other day and got his, I think it's his grandfather's or his great-grandfather's black duster jacket.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, it's fabulous. And it's this really heavy leather jacket, and I've never had one, never seen one before, but it's gorgeous. And then he actually just ordered the plague doctor mask, which is like the bird mask with the gigantic beak.
Oh my gosh. We're going to have a plague doctor walking around.
So he's going to look fabulous. And Travis is this really big, really bulky guy, so he's going to like loom over everyone.
Yes.
He's really excuse me, I'm excited too.
It's okay.
He's really into it himself. He's actually wanting to make his own plague doctor like stick.
Oh,
because they would have a stick that they would use, that way they wouldn't have to touch the sick or the dead or whatever they're doing. But he wants to make his own, which historically would just be a wooden stick that was like sanded down to be smooth. So he's looking to do that himself.
Nice. So. Ooh, I love how creative everybody is getting. So I'm an art kid and I'm a nerd, and everybody that we have invited to be a part of this has taken their ideas and just expanded them in so many cool, crazy, creative ways. Like, when I started this, I'm like, yeah, Halloween party, and I'm like, literally anything that we do is going to be fun, no matter what it is. And it's just so cool to see everybody taking these ideas and growing them and like really running with them and getting creative, because it's like, yes, this is what I wanted. It ended up being like 10 times more awesome than we originally planned it to be. So, like, thank you guys for contributing to the awesome that is going to be our party. Like, it's going to be way fun.
I think I should be thanking you for, like, involving us.
What?
Because it was the
We're collaborating.
It was the mover and shaker meeting where, like, we talked about everything. Like, that's where you really, like, pulled me in and was like, this is happening.
Yeah.
We're going to have a community Halloween party.
Yeah.
This is happening.
It's happening. We're doing it. Well, it's an honor to have you in the Movers and Shakers. I'm really excited with how this whole group has really just randomly come together. It's like one of those things where like you put something up on Facebook and see who shows up, and it's like, oh, everybody showed up. Like,
And then you get the
Wow,
people that come back, like,
And the response has just been great. I mean, throughout, the community here, just we've seen so many people even responding to me, for the station, saying, we're so happy you guys put this together, and Miss Allison taking care of this. It's a great thing to do. And I think after the years, the the pandemic that we went through, I think we all need something like this right now. We need
We
some
do.
fun.
Absolutely.
we definitely need a little bit of fun in this crazy, shaken up world.
Oh yeah, and like last year we did the Halloween party through the Parks and Rec board, and even that was in the middle of COVID, and that was the nice break for everyone. Like we weren't expecting a lot of people to come out, and we ended up with like 300 people.
Wow.
And it was just because there's nothing else to do. Like everything was
Yep.
closed, and it was an opportunity to go outside and be a part of the community for a moment. It was awesome. So to be able to carry that through on our own terms is pretty darn
Yes.
cool. I
Yes,
gotta say.
I agree.
And I think
Our
everybody is
options are-
more than ready to get, involved in
Yeah.
the community and start talking to their neighbors
It
again.
really,
and
it's
get out
true.
and about.
It
Yeah.
really is, and like even like the different club members that have been coming in from different groups in the area that are just like, we want to get involved, but we don't know where to go, and everybody keeps saying, go to Miss Allison. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it, like come to me. But
We've seen that even within our own group. Like this year, so I think it's excuse me, restart. Last year we had an acting group of, I'd say, like 20 people, maybe a little more or less. This year we have 25, if not more. And the majority of that is brand new people that we've never had before. And most of them are people that have never acted before, too. It's just like, oh, this looks cool. Let me come out and try this. Let me be a part of this group that's a part of the
New
community.
experiences.
Yes, and we have been so impressed by everybody that has shown up, and it's just like, where have you people been hiding out all the time? Why haven't you come to us sooner? And we were just so happy for all the new faces and all the new personalities and everything that they bring to the shows. It's just been incredible, and I think that's the thing. People are just ready to start doing something, anything, and they see this kind of stuff pop up, and they want to get involved, and it's great.
And even the different community groups themselves, like you said, they're being more inviting. Like we did the historical plaque tour with Chris Vera and the Historical Society and
Which was awesome.
the CEDC just the other month. And those were two groups that we never really got involved with. And it was at the Movers and Shakers meeting that it kind of happened. But it was just really cool to be able to meet Chris Vera and Bill Cloyd and see what these different organizations are about and to show them what we're
I have a
about.
personal little crush on Chris Vera. I'm not gonna lie. He's fantastic. After the whole Alba Twitch thing last weekend, I'm
that was
like, Chris is
so
just
much
my
fun.
like numero uno. Like I just go to him for everything.
There you go.
Well, the man does have a little bit of information about everything.
Yes.
Everything
It's
and
amazing.
everyone.
Such vast knowledge from that man. It's just incredible.
And he will be calling into the show one of these. I think it's
very
on
cool.
Wednesday, maybe. There's either Tuesday or Wednesday where our 7:30 and 8:30 time slots. We have two Chris's, and one's Chris Vera with the Historical Society, and the other one is Chris Prestia from the Columbia School of Music that's coming in.
Oh,
town.
fantastic. I don't know
Yeah,
him.
but I just wanted to throw that in there while we're.
Oh, yeah,
But
absolutely.
go
That's
ahead.
cool.
Talk about Chris. give him the spotlight for a moment.
Well, we talked about Chris Vera, so let's actually talk about Chris Rodabaugh.
Okay.
Who,
Yes. Rowdy.
So he is the owner of Art Printing and has been one of Rivertown Theater Productions' biggest supporters, sponsors. I don't even know. He's a little bit of everything
Yeah.
here's
Here's a key. Pretty much.
Yes,
pretty
Here's
much.
a key. Do
Here's
what you
the
want.
key to the building. Here's the key to success. Here's the key to
Everything you could
Everything you
ever
want.
imagine. Everything you need.
he's the owner of Art Printing, and he has not only opened his doors to us to give us our that location as our home base because we don't have a brick and mortar place to really be at, but he's helped us with creating our logo, helping us do anything printed from business cards to brochures and palm cards, the shirts that we sell to our cast members every year. He's helped us with that. He's introduced us to the Merchants Association of Columbia. That's what it is. So I mean, he's opened doors to us both physically and what's the other one?
Metaphorically.
Metaphorically. So
All the doors.
We
Just
do.
all
We
the
try and
all the
promote
doors.
Art Printing and Ghost Tours on Locust, which his wife Amy owns, as much as we can because they have helped us build our business from the ground up. Truly.
Chris does this thing. If you ever go to any of the ghost tours and you go into the building, and he's usually the one that's at the front, telling everybody where to go, but he's very tall, very big, burly, low voice.
Oh my God.
And he's always dressed up to the nines in his Victorian little suit with his hat. and everybody that walks in, he goes, "Good evening."
Yes,
And like,
yes, I
and
love
it's
that.
just there's just something about that. And every time I see him do that, I'm like, "Ah."
So maybe I'll see him tonight. I'm going through the mansion,
Oh,
through
nice.
the dungeon. I mean, tonight at 8:30.
Nice. The dungeon or the mansion? Because the dungeon's at the market house.
Dungeon.
Okay, so
you'll see Chris
Vera.
Vera.
Okay.
So you'll see the other Chris.
Although I think we
Okay.
do have to get him to art printing to see Chris Rodball.
Yeah, no, we can
he's a
totally
character.
do that. And any time they're open, you can walk in there and just be like, "Hey, I'm interested in looking at the building," and Rowdy will be like, "Hey, come on through."
He was
Take a
just
look.
giving a tour the other day to an IU13 class. I mean, they just showed
Ooh,
up. They
yeah.
liked the building, walked in. He's like, "All right, tour time."
There's a
let's
lot
go."
of like it's wonderful how
Yeah.
welcoming
Oh, I
everybody
know.
in that whole place is.
I
I mean,
love
I've
the
been working with
environment
you
there.
guys for a couple years
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, it's my favorite place. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Well, that's even how he acted when we first met him. We originally reached out to Art Printing just asking if they wanted to put an ad in our tour booklet, and that might have been, I think, our first year.
Yes.
And at the time he didn't, but the second year he actually called one of us and was like, "So what would it take for me to be involved? Not just purchasing an ad. I want to be involved." So we met him like a week or two after he had called. We went down. He's like, "Let me show you the mansion. Come see my place." And I mean, he took us through everything. Let me tell you the history. Let me show you the toys on the floor from the Baker Toy Company. Here, look at the writing on the wall. My name's Chris, by the way.
by itself alone.
Yeah. Like, that's the way he is. Anyone that ever wants to go down and see the historic Miller Mansion where RTP does business, Ghost Tours on Logan does
Dude.
business. Like, I don't even, everyone does business. Like, go down during their operating hours and be like, "Is Chris here? I want a tour." And he's like, "Yes, come here."
Yeah, he literally takes every opportunity he can to share what he has.
He
which
is
an
so
amazing
proud
thing.
of that building and the restorations put into it and
As
the
he should
history
be.
and
He should.
yeah, absolutely.
As
And
it should
it's
be.
just incredible. Yeah.
It's way cool.
So what else do you guys have? Like, do you have like shows or things planned for like the rest of the year, and even like up and coming for 2022?
Plug it in.
All right. So right now, this is going to be it with our Columbia Song and Lantern Tour. That's it for the rest of this year. We take some time off for the holidays. All of our cast and volunteers have family.
Sure. Yeah.
But then January, I mean, right from January, we are running. We have, upcoming shows and events. And we're not giving away any titles or any storylines right now, but there is definitely stuff coming. We'd like to try to do another murder mystery, another small play.
Nice.
They've started to become a big hit with the community, which is really nice. We did 2 this year, and then the Haunted Lantern Tour, so we want to try to incorporate some smaller shows in and some events to get people involved with us and get some meet and greets going on and
Yep.
get
And
back
we could
to the community.
definitely promise a Lantern Tour 2020.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
that is
that
it
is
for
a
sure.
staple.
So we've already been discussing themes and stories that we want to incorporate, and I think we're pretty much set on the track that we're headed
I think
for
so. Are you
next
kidding me?
year.
I'm so
Nice.
excited.
We're pretty solid
Oh.
on that, but we're not giving any sneak peeks to
No.
it just yet. It's kind of our little secret until next year.
Question.
Yes.
That was something I always liked. When we were in high school, the fall play and the musicals were never announced until it was announced to the public.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like that always hidden secret, and now I get to have my own.
Now
hidden
we get to
secret.
have our own hidden secret.
I like having my
Yeah.
own secret. Sorry, go
That's
ahead.
cool. No, it's okay. So one thing I want to point out about the productions that you guys put on is that they're all original. It's
Yes.
not like
Yes.
they're taking like old Broadway musicals and like putting them on like most theaters do. You write your own content.
That
And
From
you
the
take,
beginning.
you take the history of the town and the things that are happening here, and you incorporate it into what you do. And I think that is fantastic.
Thank you.
So talk a little bit about that. How
That
did
was
you
one
guys start
thing-
doing that?
That's one thing that you don't see a whole lot that I've noticed is, I mean, a lot of people or other theater groups are doing, they're doing known plays and musicals and stuff, and that's great for drawing in a crowd that's familiar with that stuff. But everything we do is all original. I mean, we come up with these ideas, we do research, we write our own stories, so it's from beginning to end, our shows are our babies. So, I mean, we just are so immersed in the history of Columbia and the other river towns, and there's just so much history, so many stories, and so much stuff to write about that hasn't been written yet. So we take that opportunity to write about it and, immerse our characters into it, and then they're presenting it to the public as if you're living that time right then and there. So
It was pretty awesome doing the last tour that you guys did with the Historical Society, the Historical Walking Plaque.
yes, the plaque tour.
That was so cool. When I walked up the street and I saw Becky sitting there in her beautiful little blue dress, and she was with her little fan and her little like ready to go, I was like, oh my gosh, this is great.
That was right.
Like,
I was pumped.
we were all like, ah.
Well, that was the first time, and Sarah was in it too. But that was the first time we really got to act in a while. Like, we acted in our last murder mystery because that was kind of what it was planned for. But this was kind of like a mini lantern tour, I'd say.
Kind of, yeah.
But this is the first time we got to act in it for years. Like, Sarah and I acted when we were in high school. Oh, God, that was like 10 years ago. 10 years ago.
Careful, you're dating us now.
Almost 15 for me.
I'm dating
Don't
you.
feel bad.
Ooh.
Don't feel bad.
But yeah, I mean, when we were in high school, we acted in the Lantern Tour underneath the director of Jeanette Wood. But since then, we haven't really acted. We directed and we wrote and we owned a business, but we didn't get to act. So when we got that opportunity, it was like, you know what, I'm going to soak up the limelight and I'm going to live out my memories. And so that I think that's why, like, at least for Sarah and I, we were like, all right, let's go, let's do this now.
Yeah, acting has always been a passion of ours, and directing and writing and producing is a lot of fun. But to be able to get, back out there
into
and
it,
it's
into
a whole
it.
different experience.
Become a
It's
different
exciting.
person for a moment,
Yeah, I love that.
and to help educate people at the same time.
Absolutely.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
We were actually just had an interview with the merchandiser, and she had asked us the exact same question. And for me personally, being able to get into costume and given the character name of someone who was in the town, not just like a Ann Smith, but like Susanna Wright, or like just given that name, it adds a whole new vibe to it. Like, I am this person. I am portraying this person's life. It's not a made-up story. It's a real deal.
So, one thing that I also really love, I mean, I know we keep talking about this tour that you guys just did, but I was so excited. I just was. I did it. I brought my mom. She was in town from South Carolina. She thought it was the coolest thing.
That's awesome.
And one thing that I did think was also awesome about it was that the borough manager played a role. Like, go Mark, go!
Yeah, he did.
I gotta be like, I give him so much credit. These like I know he's kind of new and fresh to the board,
Right.
and he just kind of got dropped in there on all the drama, and he's trying to figure things out. But what a heck of an example to set for what everybody in the borough should be doing and getting involved.
Yes,
It's not
absolutely.
just fighting over money and all that stuff, but like Mark straight up just gets in it, and he has no fear whatsoever, and
Not
it's
at
like,
all.
yeah, buddy, like,
And he
we
was
need
phenomenal, and he was so
Uh-uh.
great to work with, and it was just awesome. It is so good to see people like that actually getting involved in the community and these kinds of events.
Yep, and it's what we need.
Yes.
And it's like, it's cool to see somebody just do it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, get it, buddy, get
I
it.
know.
It's one thing to see like the name on a website or the voting ballot or whatever. It's another to actually see them involved in the community, not just like visiting an event, buy a hot dog or whatever, but actually being involved. Like, it's a really good feeling to see that our borough council wants to support local businesses and local communities.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. And even to see Bill Cloyt in front of the bank, that was
How
so cool.
cool is that?
I was
You know
like,
he used to work there?
yeah, that's
Yeah,
why I
that
didn't get
was
so.
Bill.
Bill was actually my boss for a while because
Oh.
I worked for Susquehanna Bank and BB&T, so yeah, I know Bill very well. He was my manager.
Oh
like,
my
at
gosh.
different times, yeah.
It was so cool. Like, it was like every time you turned a corner, you saw somebody you knew, but they were not the same person.
Right.
And they had something interesting to tell you, each and every one of them. And I mean, you had 2 different firehouses, which was awesome. I mean, I didn't know anything about either of them.
We didn't either until Chris Vera gave us the information, and it was like, oh, wait a minute, this happened?
Yo, I'm telling you, man, it's all about Mr. Vera. He knows what he knows. He just knows.
Yeah, he gave us a lot of new information when we were working on writing the scripts for that plaque tour, and that was a lot of fun because a lot of the stuff we had no knowledge of previously, so it was like all new material for us, and we're like, hey, we get to play with this and make a script out of it and roll with it.
Play!
Yeah,
Go play!
That is the
Go
fun that we
play!
have. So yeah, that was really cool.
It really
That was
does
awesome.
surprise me how small our world is. Even just our little borough of Columbia, like how much people know each other. And
Hey, and there's like 10,000 people here,
Yeah.
just so you know. I know, that's what they told us at the ad hoc meeting.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
I can give you the diagram if you want, but I mean, and Bill's on that with me too. So it's cool to see, like I said, it's cool to see all these different members of the community getting involved in a creative way.
Yes.
And like just kind of instead of the normal telling people, hey, you got to get involved, they just do it. They set the example, and that's what we need. And it starts the train, and I can't wait to see more people get involved. And you guys do a fantastic job
Thank
of
you.
helping us find, avenues and routes to do that in town. So thank you. Honestly, thank you. Well, I'll tell you what. Is there anything else you want to plug in there about the Halloween party? Since we could talk about anything and everything.
Bypass that a little bit.
Well, it's okay. I mean, it's about you. We want
Right.
people to learn about you, and it's not just about the party. It's that you'll be at the party, and we want them to know what you have to offer.
Yeah,
so that's what
absolutely.
this is about.
I don't necessarily think we want to really add anything, but just to reiterate that we will have a free game for the kids to play, and we'll have candy to hand out. We'll be dressed in some really cool dark Victorian costumes, and we'll have all kinds of information. We want to really talk your ear off, like, about all of the great people that we are working with and have helped us. We want to promote people just like people have promoted us.
Yeah, come meet us. Come meet our volunteers. Come check out our costumes. See what we have to offer. See who we are. We just want to get to know people.
Truly,
It's a
let's
good
talk.
way to do it.
Yeah.
It's a good way to do it. Well, thank you guys so much for getting involved. Is there anything else you can think of?
Just to quickly mention, now, I had a couple of people ask me, Miss Allison, about the mob dance.
Oh,
flash
Flash
mob,
mob,
yes.
I'm ready to see
Okay.
this video.
That they
I'm
want
so
to
ready.
make sure that they're there for that.
All right, so listen up, right? I still have to teach myself the Thriller dance. So that's on my list, and I get it takes a hot minute to learn how to do it. But it's totally worth it. I have a bunch of friends that are going to get involved and do it with me. So if you want to be a part of it and you're just a little scary about the whole dancing thing, we will have people there to help lead the way. It'll be at 6 o'clock. We're encouraging everybody to dress up as zombies that want to be a part of it. I want people to get creative with their costumes. I do have a few people that volunteered to help with face makeup ahead of time, so we'll probably be doing that either probably at the park, because we're going to be there setting up throughout the day. But if you want to come early and get some help with your face makeup, we'll have that available. And if you want to learn the dance that we are actually going to be doing, I posted on my website. It's right there on the home page. You just have to go through my little announcements at the top, and there is a link in there to the video with the exact dance that we're going to be doing. The lady breaks it down pretty nice for you, and I am planning either Tuesday or Wednesday of the week before, that 25th through the 29th, I'm going to have like an in-studio day where I'm going to be like, hey, I'm going to make myself learn this. If anybody else wants to come learn it with me, we'll have an opportunity in studio to do that if you want to and are available. It will be during the day, though, and that's just how our schedule works right now, unfortunately. But the video is available. You can learn it. There are people that I know that are already working on that right now. So you just gotta get creative, dress up as a zombie, be there at 6 o'clock, and when you hear the wolves howling, and when the DJ Eric Micheals here starts playing the song, we're all just gonna flock to the middle of the park on the sidewalk, and we're gonna get grooving. So you're welcome to jump in, tag along. There's gonna be hopefully people, not hopefully, we're gonna make sure somebody's recording this because y'all know people are gonna want to are gonna want to see this.
Absolutely.
So it's just, it's a funny idea that I had, and I jostled it around to a couple different people, and I got a really good response for it. So I'm like, heck, why not? Let's do it. It's different. I haven't seen anybody in Columbia do a flash mob
No,
yet.
not
so
at all.
Me
I
neither.
don't.
At all.
I don't
Great.
think it's time. So that's what's going on. That's the flash mob.
Cool.
Hopefully this is just the first of many in the future because I'm so excited.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes. And we'll have more than zombies, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's a couple. I mean, I'll be a witch myself, just because that's what I do every
That's
year.
what I do.
So I don't know what to tell you. I'm a witch. But I
I
think.
may have to have somebody just do a little bit of makeup because I'll be wearing like music to dance to
Oh,
radio
yeah.
attire.
And I mean, you'll have Pete.
Yeah, and I have Pete.
Yeah.
Punctured Pete. is
Yo,
joining us, so
he is fantastic.
It's gonna be cool.
I hope you post. Did you post him on the?
Not yet.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to actually post it probably soon, maybe over the weekend, to let people know it's going to be there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Because he sits outside, and I don't want people to know. Well, he's not there during the day, but
Right. Yeah, I gotcha. And Susan, my friend Susan Love, shout out to Susan. She's,
I love Susan.
oh my gosh, the
Love
amount of effort that this woman is putting into this party is just mind blowing, and I'm so thankful for her. But she was even like, she has been watching your prize wheel posts, and she is just like tickled pink about the whole thing, and she just wants the whole world to know, as they should, that we're gonna have a prize wheel on top of that. And Punctured Pete is just fantastic.
And did you see the prizes? We've even had donations come in
Mm-hmm.
from people that we have a brand new ice cream maker that somebody's
Ooh!
donated.
Yes, please.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That
I
is
want
cool.
that.
I mean, we have that whole sweeper set that we're giving away. We're doing
That I did see. Yeah.
$25 worth the Halloween pack of the Halloween scratch off tickets.
Nice.
I mean, the whole
Oh my
the whole
gosh.
gamut.
We've had like people donating raffle baskets too. Like we were planning like 3 main raffle baskets. We're like, oh, if anybody wants to, they can. And we weren't really expecting much. And now we've got like a really cool basket with like custom Columbia design stuff from
Wow.
Cool.
Bear Paw Designs. We have Timberworks. They donated 2 really cool wooden signs that are one says spooky and the other one's like a. It's just really cool. Like we have
awesome.
really cool stuff to give away.
How many pumpkins have you sold so far?
I believe we're at 15, but there's still time. So I believe I think it's the 27th is our deadline for that, because we just need a couple days to buy them and put them together. We're going to be doing a volunteer like assembly line type thing
Nice.
on Friday to actually make the pumpkins. We did it with the Valentine's Day hearts, and it worked out great. Like, we just had a couple people put the glue on, a couple people do the glitter, a couple people write the names, and you just boop, 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 and they're done. So we're going to do the same thing with the pumpkins, and I just spoke to the Columbia Animal Shelter. They just started posting a few days ago, too, to let people
Nice.
know, like,
Good.
hey,
Get the word
yeah,
out.
they're raising money for us. I'm like, yeah.
Get your pumpkins, people.
Yeah, there's plenty of time. There's still another, like, week and a half left, and usually people, especially with the hearts, it's like that last minute that everybody
Yeah.
just, like,
Come to
I'm like,
rush,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
I
I
try
tried to
to,
get
like-
this. Let me call Alison real quick.
Yeah, and I try to, like, promote over and over and over again when I post things, like, please do it early, please don't wait
Yeah.
until the last
Mhm.
minute, and it's the same way with classes, too. You know,
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
waits till the last, and it's like, okay. But it just sucks when they do that, because you can't always plan to have, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. We got a deadline. I believe it's the 27th, so make sure if you're interested in pumpkins, you get those registered, like, ASAP. They're only $15, and a lot of the money gets donated towards awesome places, so totally worth it.
It's really cool.
I'm really excited to actually go, because I didn't get to do the Valentine's this year,
Mhm.
so I'm really excited to go and look for the pumpkin that I got for Travis. and
It's
I.
super fun. It's
kind
so
of like
fun.
the modern carving your name in a tree, but I'm getting our names done on a pumpkin.
Yeah, well, we got so there's a whole bunch of hay bales that my parking lot in my building did like a little like fall festival thing with the dental office that's in
Okay,
the
nice.
first floor, and they had all of these hay bales that they used, and they had them left over, and they stacked them up by the dumpster, and they were just sitting there, and I'm like looking at Joe and Don. I'm like, is anybody using these? Like, are you throwing them away? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, no.
They're mine
Chuck
now.
them up on the side of the building, throw a tarp over them. So we'll have like all kinds of cool hay bales stacked up to hide pumpkins around throughout the park, and so our theme this year is spider webs. So it's like spider web everything. Susan got these huge hairy spiders
Oh
that
my
are like
gosh.
these big webs to hang from the trees, and it's gonna. I mean, I'm like,
All about it.
So exciting.
I could talk about it for hours. I
And the
could.
weather's going to be great, guys. We just know it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
No
There's
doubt.
no
No doubt.
doubt about that.
No doubt.
No
know,
rain.
knock on
It's
wood.
gonna
Not
be
even
great
questionable.
outside,
That's
yeah.
we're just gonna manifest that
Yes.
and speak it into existence.
That's right.
Woo!
Thankfully, you do have a rain date picked out too. Yeah.
Yes. So if it ends up getting canceled because of rain, we will try again on Sunday, the Sunday after the 31st.
That's good.
So,
Always just as a backup
Yes.
plan.
Always in the
yes.
backup.
So we're really banking on it just being fantastic.
Beautiful
Because
weather.
we are, and
Yeah.
it just makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
All right. All right, sounds good. Well, I thank you, ladies, so much for being part of this, the interview today with us and being on the air. Miss Alison, of course, my host today with me, and we'll continue with more of these interviews coming out throughout the rest of the week, and we'll have all kinds of great fun. We want to see you out there. As Alison, give the date again and the time.
October 30th from 3 to 7 p.m. What?
All right, thank you, ladies. Have a great day.
Thank you. You
See you
too.
later.
Thank you.